How's it going, folks, and welcome back. It's episode number 81 of Park 2 Primera today. We have a double header in the league. It is mid to late October. The league table is looking a little bit weird. Things have happened since we were last here. Not really to us, just everyone else around us is crumbling. Today, we're going to be taking on Betis in third and Real Madrid in sixth. I don't know what Real Madrid are doing. I don't know what that... They've beaten Atleti. They've struggled since then. Contrast that with our recent form. I feel pretty good about where things are heading. So since you were last here, we have played 2 Champions League games, and this is how the group looks right now. We have scored 7, conceded 0. We look really, really good. Beat Olympiacos 3-0. You know that from last time. We then beat PSV 3-0 away from home. Most recently, we beat Milan, and I'm very calm. And this has never happened before, I don't think, at Racing, that I look at a Champions League group at the half stage and think, yeah, I think the job's done. So feeling really great about this. And one really big thing to note, I suppose, with this is I've rotated the teams a lot for these games. If we just look at the squad that played in the Olympiacos game, you can see here Galini played, Nianzou, Diaz, Toussaint, Guk, Deniz, heck, even Luzzi started, Avramides, Tolisso, coming on off the bench. The thing with this team is, right, it's not a bad team. It's a really, really good team that is our rotated 11 at this point, to the point where I can go into a game like this one against Olympiacos or into this game away against PSV, and I can play a rotated team. I don't have to start Siapina. I don't have to start Hannibal. And we're getting results here, which is then meaning when we get to the league games, I can play a pretty much full strength 11, and I think that contributes a lot to our recent form. Now, of course, since we last here, we played Barcelona last time out. We beat PSV and we beat Milan. We've just talked about those two. But the other games we had, we beat Sociedad 1-0, beat Almeria 4-2. This was a weird game. Almeria almost caused us a little bit of a scare. They went 2-1 up in this game. We were 1-0 up at the break. 15 minutes into the second half, we were 2-1 down. But we held our nerve, and Calderon, Gvardiol, and Avramides getting on the score sheet. Avramides has been getting plenty of goals, which is really, really good to see. Another man who's looked very, very good. Calderon. Yeah, he's looking like the real deal, everyone. 3 goals in 3 in the Champions League, 4 goals in the league as well. He's kind of gone up a level this year. I don't want to speak too prematurely, but of course, Conceição got injured, and that gave Calderon a chance. Calderon has come on in, and I am now questioning why I'm giving Conceição £180,000 a week. I suppose the reason I'm giving him that much money is because of games like this one. Our most recent game against Athletic Club Bilbao, our local rivals, we won it just about. A 2-1 win. Rotated the 11 for this one. Conceição got man of the match. He was very good in this one. 9 key passes, 2 clear-cut chances created. He got a goal. And you know what? We did deserve to win it. Even if it only finished 2-1, we deserved it. It puts us in a really good position. You can see here, Hannibal, still a standout man. 6 assists to his name this year. Kapanu in the charts for yellow cards. You don't really want to see a player there for that, do you? Ramadani, clean sheets. He's getting plenty of them. Hopefully we're going to keep that going today. And as I said, today is a double header. We're going to have Real Madrid at home, and then we're going to follow it up with Betis away. Betis are currently in third. That might be a tricky one. These games are only a couple of days apart, so some rotation might be needed. But for the first game, we're going in full strength against Real Madrid. No mercy, no surrender, no second chances, no self-doubts. Conceição playing against his former club. Mejbri, Hannibal, he's also playing against his former club, albeit he was only there on loan. Let's see what we can do against them. I always enjoy a live com double header, especially if there's not so much to talk about like there is today, because I feel like we can just get straight into the matches, straight into the action, and hopefully get some good results. Also, the construction work is still going on. It'll be gone by December. I cannot wait. Right, Jack, we're not talking about the construction work today. We're not doing it. No more talk on the construction work. Worth noting, they're playing a 4-1-4-1. That feels quite respectful by them, like they actually are scared of us. And maybe they should be, because Tonali's on the attack. Pedro Porro is on the offensive. 10 minutes into the game, we have the lead. And it's a good start, isn't it? Wow. Okay, I mean, Real Madrid have been on a really rough run of form, but I thought when they beat Atletico Madrid, that might be, I don't know, them turning around their fortunes, I suppose. But the intricate passing there was really, really nice. Pedro Porro's finish on his weaker foot was good too. And we take an early lead. Worth noting, Jugon, they're playing out on the left-hand side of midfield. You've spent £112 million on this centre mid and you're playing him on the wing. Free kick in a deep area. Can Conceição put in a ball of quality, or is he going to bamboozle us all? He's tricked me. He's gone short. Now with Thomas Estevez, Conceição, with his wand of a left foot, can he pick out a delivery, or could we look to switch it? Oh my word, who played through that pass there? I think it was Tonali. That ball was so close to being perfect for Pedro Porro. Very nearly got his second goal of the game. It was a good save by the keeper. Early stages of this game, though, looking really, really promising. 60% of the ball in our favour. We're dominating possession, and while we're bringing the ball forward here, plenty of men behind the ball for Real Madrid. They are showing us way more respect than I expected. I suppose this is a sign of the progress we've made as Siapina finds himself clean through on goal through the middle. Can he finish it? Of course he can. Goes round the goalkeeper, cool, calm and collected. We double our lead. And you know what? Last year, Siapina, I saw it in the comment section. Siapina's gone missing in big games, Jack. Where is Siapina? I don't necessarily disagree with that assessment. He did go missing at times. This year, he's back. Pedro Porro with the assist, but that was all about the run, the bravery, the confidence. He took it round the goalkeeper, stroked it home into the bottom corner. And whilst we've not created a great deal in this half, we've had 2 golden opportunities and we've taken them both. And that's all that you can really ask for. Anyway, at the break here, 2-0 to the good. I think we deserve that. I'm very happy with the way things are going. I'm still scared of complacency, so we'll just tell them that they've not been bad and you still have faith. But generally, we've been superb and it could get worse for Real Madrid here. Conceição whips in. Petroswolo hits the woodwork. He has got a goal recently, the centre-back. He has got on the goal-scoring charts. He very nearly got one in a big game here, but the woodwork will deny him. I'm going to make a change. Conceição's been a bit quiet in the wide area. Let's bring in Calderon for him. Elsewhere, you know what? I'm not going to make changes for the sake of it. I'm pretty happy with how this game's going right now. I don't feel like we need to change a great deal. So we'll just make that one change. I feel like everyone else in the final third is doing their business. Maybe a question mark over Hannibal, but for me, he's the kind of player, and I'm sure some of you can relate to this. You have players in your team who, even if they're having a bad game, you keep them on the pitch because they can just have this moment of magic. They can play awfully for 70 minutes and grab 2 goals in the last couple of minutes. I feel like Hannibal is that man. Whilst I'm talking away, by the way, Real Madrid are actually having some opportunities. We've seen some highlights for them. They're about to have another. I mean, they're yet to have an actual shot on target, but let's not discount them yet. There's still plenty of time left in this game, and Petroswolo has committed a rather silly foul, which VAR is going to check. I'm going to hope it says it's outside the area. I doubt it's going to say that, though. Oh my word, okay, I take it back. No penalty. I love this. I love VAR. Always rated it. Best addition to football in the modern age. I am a little bit concerned here. The Real Madrid are turning up the heat a little bit. So before this chance even happens, I'm going to make some changes. Capanu's struggling a little bit, so I'm going to bring in Tolisso. I'm going to drop Tonali just deeper here to play as a deep lying playmaker on defend. And I'm happy for us to just try and sponge up a little bit of pressure here. I don't feel like we need to, I suppose, be as desperate to go forward here. Be as desperate to force Real Madrid off the ball. Hopefully Petroswolo's not going to get sent off. But no, Real Madrid have had a few chances in the last 5 minutes. We're massively to the good. They're going to go more attacking. So by dropping a little bit deeper, we invite them to come forward onto us. Maybe that leaves us a chance in behind to catch them out as well. We are still going to, look to be on the offensive. Don't be mistaken by me dragging players back. We are still on positive mentality here. The players are still going to try and make stuff happen. Like Thomas Estevez here, who gets past his man, dinks it back to Tonali, who, of course, is now sat that little bit deeper. What a ball to Calderon. What a finish by Calderon. Yesterday, we beat Barcelona 3-0, and I thought in my head, as I went into today's episode, as I was mentally preparing for it, I thought, there's no way we're going to match that. Like, that's just not a realistic expectation. We did it last year, and then I felt the same. I kind of feel the same now, but Tonali pulling the strings from deep, with the way that Real Madrid have been dropping back when they don't have the ball, dropping Tonali that little bit deeper just gives him a tiny bit more time and space on the ball. And he used that time and space to pick out Calderon superbly. We might still have some defending to do here, though. Real Madrid have got good players. We have to be wary of them. Lukaku scares me, even if he is getting on a little bit. Ortiz, whipping in the ball. Back post, Poulsen. Heads narrowly over. And, we're keeping the clean sheet. They are yet to have a shot on target. I feel like we've been clinical with our chances. They've been a little less so. And that's how the game is going to end. A 3-0 victory. Impossible not to feel very, very happy about that. Real Madrid, I mean, they're down in 8th now. They are 11 points behind us. Elsewhere, Valencia, who are kind of emerging as one of our big rivals, they won 4-0. Elsewhere, Betis, who are taking on today, very nearly salvaged a late draw, but in the end, Sevilla got a second goal. So for them, they drop points. And it leaves us in a really good position, albeit after only 11 games. Real Madrid lose ground in the race to qualify. Pedro Porro, he's had his doubters, he's had his haters. I think it's fair to say in that game, he showed us what he's all about. 3 goals and 4 assists to his name. He has been a really good addition to the squad. He is really exceeding what he outputted last year. And I'm a little bit giddy and excited, everyone, because things suddenly look really, really rosy. We've not lost yet this year. I know we very nearly had an unbeaten season last year. Even the year before, we nearly had one. I think we've only lost 3 or 4 games in the last 2 seasons, which is absolutely mad at this point. We have got Betis away in just a moment, and don't be fooled by these. They are a good little team. Their prediction was 11th. They've started the season well. Being away from home is never going to be easy. And for the game, I think we're going to play the rotated 11. So I'm going to hop forward to that. It's only a few days away. A chance for us to rotate the squad. You guys to see the B team in action. And maybe, just maybe, extend that lead at the top of the table. Okay, game number 2 today. Hopefully a chance to, extend our lead at the top. In the other games that we need to be aware of, Valencia are playing Villarreal away from home. So that's actually a pretty difficult game for them. If they could drop points there, that would be nice. Elsewhere, Real Madrid should beat Cadiz. Barcelona playing Sociedad. Don't expect either of them to drop points. I'm sure they're looking at our game kind of with a similar mindset, hoping that this is the kind of game we might find a little bit difficult. In terms of team selection for today's game, we've got a little bit of a problem, and that is the fact that Luzzi is out injured and Toussaint is, apparently he could play. I'm not going to risk him. At 31 years old, he's just been out of a little injury. Doesn't seem worth the risk. So Capanu is going to hold down his spot in the team, as is Conceição. But the team around them does change a little bit. With Luzzi out, Gurk Deniz is going to go and play as a striker for us today. Last year, his goal scoring was really, really useful. It did slow down a little bit during the second half of the season. I do wonder if that was down to us changing the advanced forward to a complete forward, because he's not necessarily the most creative of forwards, but he's going to be leading the line today. Calderon's going to be in behind, Avramides out on the right, Tolisso and Capanu in the midfield. The defence is where things look a little bit different. Of course, we've got Leandro Diaz out at left back. He's been playing left back in the Portuguese national team from time to time as of late. Galini's going to come in to play right back. It's a position that he's really, really played well in so far, so my expectations are high. And at the back, despite us not having our first 2 kind of choice centre-backs in the team for today's game, we've got Nianzou, and alongside him, we've got a man who you're all very familiar with, Galarreta, who, despite being the second choice now, has still played 6 starts so far in the league, about to be 7. The rotation is probably a little bit too intense, dare I say, that I've been doing this year. You could definitely make an argument that I'm changing things too much. But for me personally, I feel like fitness is king. Having players who are match sharp is king. Avoiding players getting tired is what leads to a successful end to a season. There's nothing worse than when you have an absolutely insane year all the way through, and then right at the very end, all your players get tired, the injuries start to pile up. I kind of want to avoid that happening, and I'm hoping that doing the rotation like we do in these kind of games is going to help us. It's not cost us in the league, certainly. Hopefully today, it's going to work well for us. Let's see how we get on. Okay, early highlight from the back. Ramadani out wide to Diaz. He's going to play it forward to Conceição, who perhaps would normally be in the best 11 and wouldn't be starting this kind of game. But as I mentioned earlier on this season, I do want to make more of a habit to mingle the teams more, which is why I'm not too fussed about, for example, playing Capanu here, playing players like Calderon and Conceição together. And, we're going to try and create something here. The effort's blocked. It's blocked again. It falls to Tolisso. It's blocked a third time. I'm not sure how the ball hasn't ended up in the back of the net there, but Betis living on the edge early. maybe we can make something of the corner, which is going to be whipped in, gets away from danger. And I know how Football Manager works, so that's the end of the highlight. There's going to be a slide tackle here. It's going to go out for a throw-in, and now the highlight ends. Played a lot of Football Manager this year. Okay, corner. Conceição, big men to aim for in the middle. Nianzou near post hits the woodwork with his header. Not a bad effort on goal. We have started this game pretty well. 8 shots total, only 2 on target though. I'd like to change that. I'd also like a goal, please, Football Manager. Galini, of course, playing at right back today, only has a left foot, so keep an eye out for him and what he's capable of doing when he does need to whip in a ball. As well, we're going to turn over possession here, but it's gifted back to us straight away. Real Betis struggling to keep the ball going forward. Meanwhile, we're going to try and keep the ball at the back here and just knock it around patiently and probingly. This is really nice build-up play. Really good move. Calderon skips past his man, lays off to Gökdeniz. His effort is blocked, but we maintain possession. We maintain control. We are penning them in their box here at the edge of their 18-yard line. And well, Leandro Diaz, he's a left-back. He's just done that. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to complain. It's not what he's there to do. That was a good finish, though, wasn't it? And while the patient build-up play worked well, the way in which we knocked around the ball meant that we had time for him to get forward. The passing there was sensational. Goalkeeping questionable, finish was nice. 1-0. Real Betis looking a little out of sorts at the moment. Corner on the far side. We've been a bit of a threat from these thus far, and this time we're going to hit the woodwork again through Capanu. I hope we're not going to live to regret these chances that we've had that we're squandering, because there's been a fair few of them. Twice we have hit the woodwork. We're dominating possession with 60% of it, but I would love that second goal, and I have just spotted elsewhere the results that I was hoping would go in our favour. They're not really going in our favour. Valencia are beating Villarreal, Barcelona are winning, Real Madrid are winning. So this is all about our result now. Let's not look at what else is going on. We just have to do what we do. Of course, we have got players on the bench that if we need to bring on a spark of quality, we can call upon. Diaz, who was the goal scorer, is now going to turn assister. And to be honest, the wing-backs haven't been, I don't feel like, that effective in general this year. But every time we come back for a live com, I feel like they've been the star of the show so far. Conceição to Calderon, play to Diaz, and well, it's Avramides as a winger on the far post lurking away. Perez for them misses a crucial header. Avramides makes absolutely no mistake. And we get that second goal that we wanted. I mentioned Gökdeniz not playing well as a complete forward. I'm actually just going to change him to an advanced forward and see how it works out. It's something that I have considered doing with even Siapina up front is switching to an advanced forward. I think it could be something worth, exploring for sure. So we're going to have another corner. Is this one going to hit the woodwork? No, this time it's going to go just over. Eventually one of them's got to go in, you'd feel. And you know what? I'm going to make some changes here. Capanu played midweek, so he's going to be tired. We'll bring in Tonali for him. Elsewhere, I'm going to take off Conceição, and I'm going to bring in Siapina up front. And you know what? One last sub. I'm going to get rid of Avramides. I'm going to bring in Jonathan Martinez, who has dropped out the first team. He doesn't really have the potential that we hoped he would have, the product of our youth academy, but he's still a useful player for us. He's definitely a specialist winger who can't really do a lot else. But that's fine. We need some specialist wingers in our team. They're kind of the scary players to have come on off the bench against tiring defences. We are going to have some defending to do here, and we're not going to do it very successfully. Do I want to? I'm going to cancel the changes, and I'm just going to bring in Tonali. I mean, that was a bit unfortunate, but Real Betis find a way back into this game, despite being a team struggling for a lot of it. Uatara, by the way, has been one of the best players in La Liga for the last couple of years. He is really, really good. Now, with 10 minutes left, suddenly this game changes a little bit. Suddenly I start to feel a little bit nervous. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't feel nervous, because I think we've got this in the bag. I'm going to bring in the big guns just to be safe. Hannibal and Siapina. They're the kind of players I feel like I can throw on with 5 minutes left, and they'll probably grab us a goal, because that's just what they do between them. And, we might have a chance here. Avramides threaded through, and he tucks it away. And maybe cancelling those changes and keeping Avramides on was the right decision. It's going to be 3-1 here. There's 3 minutes left. That should be all she wrote for this game. Little bit of a scare at the end. But no, really nice build-up play. I actually thought the pass was slightly overhit, but the keeper was really slow off his line for Betis. Let himself down a little bit there. And I think that is going to be the game done. I mean, it could get worse. Turns out when you throw on Hannibal and Siapina, things happen, everyone. Who would have thought? Tonali, Diaz has been everywhere so far in this game. He could be involved again. Out in the wide area, skips past his man, dinks in. Hannibal can't get his header on it. Still with Tonali, though. 2 minutes left this game. I wouldn't mind a fourth. Goal difference is always nice to just, I don't know, make seem more impressive than it is by getting extra goals at the end of games like this one. As well, Hannibal's going to bring it forward. His effort's blocked, but Galini's there. And I don't know how Hannibal's missed that one. He's hit the woodwork. The keeper's collected it like nothing has happened. And somehow it remains 3-1. It probably should be 4-1 now. But you know what? We're not going to dwell. I mean, it could still be. I mean, it is, isn't it? Yeah, Siapina and Hannibal are good, it turns out. I thought they might have an impact when I brought them on at 2-1. I didn't expect them to do this. We could have scored a handful since they've entered the pitch. It was a really, really nice finish. Avramidis turning provider. Maybe he's found a place for him to shine out on the right wing, Avramidis. He's been very, very good today. Probably in with a shout of getting man of the match, dare I say. And, well, that is going to be all she's going to say and do for this game. He does get man of the match, Avramidis, with 2 goals and an assist. For Uatara, who I was just mentioning, this is him. He was really good a few years ago. He got 17 goals. He developed very quickly, but I do feel like he's kind of just hit his ability now and he's not that great. But for Betis, he's a good man. And, well, he nearly made a difference for them, but in the end, we were just too good. And, well, 4-1, really, really convincing display. Unfortunately, Valencia did end up winning that game, although it did require an own goal and a Villarreal red card. Elsewhere, if we look at things here, Real Madrid won convincingly. Barcelona won convincingly. Not a great deal happening towards the top of the table. But I feel like that was a nice little game for you guys to see what the B team are all about. I call them the B team. It feels almost disrespectful because they're not our B team, but our rotated, first team. They're capable of getting results like that one. And it's a really, really good result that I think does set us up now, kind of going into what would traditionally be quite a stressful period. Anyway, looking a little bit ahead to what we've got coming up on the horizon. We've got Champions League games, but I think we're going to be through the group stage. We've got the Super Coppa, which, I mean, might be worth coming back for. I'm kind of looking at things now thinking maybe we'll come back for the Valencia game if they're still pushing us hard. Otherwise, I might go forward into the January transfer window, which I do appreciate is a little bit of a jump. But given how the Champions League group stage is looking, given how the league stage is looking, I feel like a lot of this season is going to ride on the crunch time towards the end of the year. If you're wondering about national team action, by the way, just a little update whilst we're here. We beat Italy and Wales in the most recent international break. I know I discussed maybe coming back for the Italy game in the Nations League. I don't think there's going to be anything riding on that game now. So we'll probably be back for either some World Cup qualifiers or the Nations League in the summer, realistically, when it comes to national team matches. Still waiting on the World Cup draw, so I can't really make any plans there just yet. But anyway, gang, that is going to wrap up everything from me today. Things are looking very, very rosy, dare I say, here at Racing. The season is looking good. We are looking fantastic. A great win today against Real Madrid. And, well, hopefully we're going to keep that momentum going into the next couple of months ahead of the January transfer window. I hope to see you guys next time. If you've enjoyed today's video, do drop a like on it. And, well, until then, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.